Hey y'all, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. I have a great big truckload of feed behind me that I need to get unloaded, and that is where we're going to start this vlog right after we feed the dogs. Chicken chores are done for the day, and it's a nice cool day. Rain is also kind of threatening, which I'm not complaining about. It's nice and cool, so that's really great. Got to take Missy Rescue's bowl of food in, and this is my egg haul for the day, so I'll go ahead and take it in too. Alright, let's get this done. I also had some really nice clients that donated a whole bunch of like fly blankets and sheets and stuff for the horses, and so I thought that was really sweet, and they just said whatever I'm not going to use I can donate, so I thought that was really nice of them, considering that we go through fly blankets like crazy. Sir Chance is pretty stinking hard on any kind of blanket, and Josie really is too. They're both pretty hard on things, so and fly blankets are just made out of a real light mesh material, so it's really easy for them to rip, and they're, all of my pastures have great big oak trees in them, so it's pretty easy for them to rip things up. So that, we'll go ahead and put that in the storage room, and we'll store those. Everybody is out to pasture today, and they actually got put in the bottoms today. So that's a little different. They haven't been down in the bottoms in a while. And we call the bottoms the it's kind of a sloped hill off of our barn. You usually don't see this side of my barn, and the horses are all out in this pasture here. This pasture doesn't take them very long to graze. It's a pretty weak pasture, but it's pretty thick in some places, so we'll see how long it takes them to graze this, and then they will rotate. Once this pasture is done, then they will rotate back to the hay field, the big flat field right across from my groom shop. So anywho, I'm procrastinating and I know it. Let's do this thing. Looks like nice big sheet. This is actually just a fleece sheet. I'm gonna go through these really quick, which I'm glad that I did. Because this is actually for IVs. So this is brand new IV needles, so this will go in my med kit. There's some stirrups, halter, a lunge line. It's like some splint boots. And it looks like a lead rope with a stud chain. So that will become the donation bag. And we actually have a horse rescue in our town, and so I will donate all these things that I'm not going to use to them. And another fly sheet. So that was really sweet of them. I will keep the blankets and the IV needles. heavier than 50 pounds. Do want to do something else while I'm out here doing chores and stuff. My four-wheeler has been kind of down. It's got a flat tire and the battery's not charging very well, and I haven't really been able to keep the charger hooked up to it because it's we've had like rainy times and I don't want to leave the charger out here when I'm not positive that it's not going to rain. So anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and put my, got this cute little DeWalt air upper thingy and that a friend actually gave me. Thank you, Mr. Mark. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this tire aired up because it's something that I can do right now while I'm loading feed and stuff. It's really cool. You set it and forget it. So the first thing I have to do is I have to find where it says where I inflate it to, and it looks like right here. So 35, and I always go just a little bit lower just because I don't need a tire blowing up on me when I'm here all by myself. Caution is the key when you're a lady farming alone. Okay, I screw that on, and then I take this little dude and I push power, and I'm gonna go just rotate this little thing up to, let's go to 33 and press play. Shuts off, voila, your tire is aired up. It's the coolest machine. That is probably, I would say, on my top 10 list of handy, cool, battery operated machines. Well, I shouldn't even say that because I don't really even personally own 10 battery operated machines that I run. Mr. Wonderful does. He has a ton of battery things, saws and all kinds of things. But I would say top 10 in handy things, just equipment tools, small equipment tools that a woman can and should have. That thing is so handy. And it's good that I have it because this year the air compressor that I had actually went out. So I don't even have an air compressor on the farm this year. So that thing has saved my butt. Empty truck. Good news. And it's perfect timing because I'm going to Costco tomorrow. So I will be putting dog food and cat food in the back of that thing. You know, it's funny. So many people in the homesteading world and people that watch our videos and even, I mean, I will say there are some trolls out there that have said this, just trying to be mean to people, but we are fully aware. When you decide to homestead and you decide that, you know, have a little farm and you want to grow your own food and, you know, that sort of thing, you're really just trading the grocery store for the feed store. And for a lot of us, that is very true. And of course, I have horses. I have special needs horses, and my animals are incredibly spoiled. You can raise animals a whole heck of a lot more simple than the way that I do it. So there's that, and I'm aware of that, but I am an animal lover. I love spoiling my animals, even if they are my food, or producing my food. So there's that. But a lot of us are just replacing the grocery store with the feed store. However, I will say that there are people out there that are doing sustainable farming, regenerative farming, people that I watch, that I'm inspired by, that are doing it fairly well. They still have feed for certain animals, but there's a lot of them out there that are doing a pretty stinking good job at being sustainable. So anywho, as you can see, the sky is just kind of like gray today. All right, let's check on this. Ta-da! Try not to let all the air out that you just put in it. Awesome sauce. That's good. I'm glad to have that little project done. Now, of course, it's going to be rainy, so I'm not going to work on the battery problem, but I can work on that maybe tomorrow. And of course, I don't know how much I'm going to get done tomorrow, or even for the next week, because Mr. Wonderful is coming home for a visit, and so I'm giddy like a schoolgirl, and that's a lot of why also I'm kind of bouncing around in this vlog. I think that my skitterbrain gets worse when I get excited, and so he's coming home tomorrow, and so I'm not really sure if I'm going to make a ton of videos or if I'm going to be doing a ton of things. I have a bunch of farm projects kind of lined up that I'd like to get done, but if he decides that he wants to go hiking and be a foodie and go to restaurants and eat some, you know, local food, or go fishing, this girl is completely there for it. All right, you guys, thanks for helping me get the truck unloaded. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be a ghost for the next week, or if maybe we're going to do a bunch of farm projects and I'm going to be uploading a ton of videos. I'm not really sure which one it's going to be, but I appreciate you coming along with me today while I got one thing done on my list of things to do before Mr. Wonderful gets here. And either way, I will catch you guys on the next one. I hope you have a beautiful day. Yours truly.